Hey, this is Web Junior 1977 here, back in the Oasis once again, of course. Got a really awesome pickup video here. I've been wanting this for some time now. Finally got my hands on one. I had one in the past, but I traded it off to a good buddy of mine, Mr. Jesse from Game Dungeon Productions. And I'm glad I did it, but then I also regretted it because he needed it for his collection. His took a crap on him, and he really needed one, and I was glad to help him. I was glad to help him out, and but now I'm glad to have one back. So here we are. Big reveal. If I can do it without busting something, that would be nice. I got a little bit of a gripe about it. I mean, it's not terribly dirty, but this Genesis looks like someone drug it along behind the car. But that's alright. As long as it works, I don't care. I didn't buy it for the Genesis. They said I could buy it without the Genesis because I already have a Genesis. But, yeah. They was only going to knock a few bucks off, so I was like, why not? Just buy it. Just take the Genesis too. But I'm going to give this thing a good cleaning, obviously, before I store it, before I display it. Not quite sure where I'm going to display it at yet, but trust me, I will find a spot for it. But yeah, Sega CD, baby. Paid a good bit for it, 250 bucks. Not terrible in today's market. As you guys know, guys and gals know, these things are high. These sort of things are highly collectible again, so that being said, this was actually definitely worth it. For some reason, if the Genesis takes a crap on me, I do have a second-gen Genesis that I will hook to it. Or maybe even my first-gen Genesis, since it's not in box. The third-generation Genesis will not work. But yeah. Finally got my hands on a Sega CD. Super stoked about it. Don't have any games for it, but that'll come in time. That's not a big issue right now. Biggest thing was I wanted to get a console. Finally got one back in my collection. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this thing up real good, and hopefully I can get a cheap game. Maybe Sewer Shark. I think that's one of the cheapest ones. But anyway, I also got a 6-button controller. Very, very nice. Another issue I have, which I'm absolutely not going to use this, and I recommend none of you do as well. If you get one of these boxes and it feels like you could crush it with your hand, because I almost can, yeah, it's super light. Don't use these things. I know they're cheap, if you can't afford other stuff. But if it's something you paid 250 bucks for like this, do not use it. I think this is the Genesis one though. I do believe. I have a official Genesis transformer, so I'm not going to use that. Absolutely refuse to use that. This is also like a knockoff thing, but it is hefty, and I believe I'll use this one. I don't think this one's going to give me any issues. But this one here, would hurt if you got hit with it. Whereas that one there, you would just shrug it off and laugh. So, yeah, I believe I'll use this one. But that one there is going in the garbage. It's no good. So, yeah. Tell me what everybody thinks. Tell me if you got a Sega CD of your own. If you do, what's your favorite game for it? And thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, I'll meet you right back here in the Oasis.